Hi, this is Britt Taylor with the Not So Open House for Advanced Digital Design. That's Digital Design 2, 3, and 4. I see you, Parker, Digital Design 4. And I'm Mr. Taylor. This is September 2020, the year that we will never forget. And let me give you a little bit of information about Advanced Digital Design. And first of all, what happens, as I move myself to the screen there, what happens in Advanced Digital Design? Digital Design 2 and above is really, Digital Design 1, but a whole bunch extra. We do all the creative school-based projects that students can handle while learning graphic design and desktop publishing. Most students come in here learning Illustrator, the Adobe, part of the Adobe suite, but we still do some InDesign, we do Photoshop, even Animate, Dreamweaver. Sometimes we even get into Premiere. So anything that Adobe offers, we're probably trying to do projects with it. The projects could be anything from school-based projects like trying to make the banners that hang up around campus, creating the course guide that students pick their courses from, to a lot of newspaper and yearbook things that you'll see on our website and in print, even t-shirt designs, and any other creative project I can rope these students into. And there's a lot of opportunity for so many things that are real world, and I call this kind of our creative think tank. Probably a third of the students in here are actual publication editors, so taking a second class, whether yearbook or newspaper. And so a lot of times these editors will work hand in hand with the people who've come from Digital Design 1 and beyond, and they will create these projects together using all sorts of different programs. So how do I know what's going on? Like everything else, it's all on eCampus. And if we take a look, everything from the syllabus, which is right here, to the coursework, which shows you due dates, to the most important, the thing that we use the most, the daily plan, which I'll open in a new tab. And in our daily plan, a lot of times what we do is break our week up into jobs and notes. And again, it's a little less structured than Digital Design 1. So for instance, if we clicked on the week 4 jobs, it would take us to an eCampus assignment that right now has people creating a logo for the Florida Scholastic Press Association State Workshop. There's a theme, but some people weren't too happy with the look of the logo. So we're going to all learn about logo design and use some resources to create some logos this week and see if we can get something that FSPA can use for their conference, or their workshop, I should say. So we might use tutorials, we might use different logo boards, all sorts of things to create this assignment for the week. And it is something where we're using Illustrator, and a lot of this is kind of creative, kind of go at your own pace, figure out what you want to try and go for it. And so at the end of the week, they will submit something on eCampus, as everything gets submitted on eCampus. As we get further into the year, there will be more ACA test prep, which are the video program they used last year, and they all love it. But the nice thing about it this year is going to be a little more relaxed. They're going to do what the instructor does, take limited notes, and have a little more flexibility with what they get to turn in there. So basically, they made it to round 2, a little more trust, a little more flexibility, and I think they'll like that better. So again, getting back to that, that's the daily plan. Anything that has to get turned in is going to be here in coursework, and also highlighted yellow, which I obviously just started this week, and basically turned in through that eCampus portal. And we'll do all sorts of things. We started with, for instance, making political signs, and the CRAP is an acronym. We use some potty language there to teach the elements of design, from contrast to pattern and things in between. And so we do a lot of things with different videos and resources that we bring to the classroom. All right, so getting back to this, everything is graded on eCampus, as I mentioned before. They might have some limited notes on design concepts, how to use software, especially Illustrator for most of them, and then projects, a whole lot of projects. Basically, create this using Adobe software, come up with something creative. If you see on Skyward it's a blank, that means no grade's been entered yet. It's probably on behind, no worries. A 0, that means no credit, time to worry. Could be because they forgot to turn it in. Could be they made a Google Doc and didn't give me access. And so it's a 0 until they simply click the share button. And it could be some other issue that is an easy solve. It could be something that's a little more intricate, like maybe they didn't finish and they really have to turn it in. Whatever the case may be, it's something that I know that most of the students are able to handle within a few minutes of getting back in class the next time. Is there homework in general? No. Comes with a little asterisk this year, only for makeup or finishing classwork, although sometimes the projects this year are going to be a little more involved, so there might be something that they take home. One of the reasons they can take home and do some things at home is because we have Adobe Access for everyone this year. One of the silver linings for 2020 is that everybody gets Adobe, and you basically go to adobe.com. I know the Connect students at home already know this, but you sign in right up there on adobe.com using your student login. It's got to be your student email, and then you should be able to download all the Adobe software you can handle. And if you are prompted to pay, don't do it. It should be something that is free, again, using your student email. And that's something that our tech group here with Mr. Warrington has been helping people with who need help. So get back to the right slide. Sorry about that. And if, again, Adobe is free this year and it's $240 value, by all means, you want to use that and take advantage of it. And it's everything from InDesign to Premiere to Photoshop. All the classes that are here on campus can be found in that Adobe suite. All right, so again, we are going to use ACA Test Prep, not as much as Digital Design 1, but it will still be there. Digital Design 3 students, even the 4s, are going to be exploring some other software. It could be Photoshop, it could be Animate, it could be Dreamweaver. When you make it to Digital Design 3, we kind of map out some independent study work and figure out what you want to get certified in. And a lot of times they're going to be teaching me more than I'm going to be teaching them, because they're usually one or two of them kind of working on their own, and me saying things like, hey, can you make this happen on the website? And that's usually how the projects go in the class. How do you earn the A? Use the class time wisely, finish your work. If you're absent or behind, you can make up work at home this year, so that should be, again, something that can help people if they do miss some time. One of the big things, and I want to bold and star this one, is get creative. You want to give good effort and think outside the box. A lot of these projects, I want you to kind of try something new, try something you're not comfortable with, and there's going to be some crash and burns. Most of the designs we try across all my classes, we'll design 5 things to come up with one good thing, one thing we like. So get creative, give your best effort, and if you finish something early, then you might try it again in a different way. And really, if the effort's being given, the grade's going to follow. And of course, avoid absences. A lot of absences does hurt, getting those weekly grades in. So before school time's not quite as open as it was before, but after school time, especially for occasional WebEx, if you want to, conference with me that way, that can work. And of course, email is always the best method to contact me. Any of the people who are in here are good at managing their computer software, or their computer storage, I should say, Google Drive, their U Drive, even backing things up on a flash drive. That certainly does not change. There's a lot of drives and a lot of organization that you have to master in order to do well in this course. And everybody in Digital Design 2 pretty much has got that down. So finally, thanks. Email me if you have questions, and I look forward to seeing you all in person someday.